I have another story to share with you guys today. It's a story from way back when I was 6 years old. It doesn't involve ghosts, but it does involve something very strange that happened that I still can't explain to this day. But before I get to that story, we would like to extend our thanks to all of you that have liked and subscribed to our channel and all the fantastic comments that you guys have been leaving. We're really enjoying reading the stories of some of you that some of you have left regarding some experiences that you have had. Please keep them coming in. And the great comments as well on the video of myself and my mom talking about the Boness house. And if you haven't liked or subscribed to our channel yet, please do. We think you'll really enjoy the content. So now on to my story. When I was 6 years old, we moved into this house in a neighborhood called Haysboro in Calgary, Alberta. It was just a little bungalow and it was in a cul-de-sac. So, you know, no big busy street or anything. It was just this quiet cul-de-sac. And I had made a lot of friends in that neighborhood. And it was really great because they all lived right in that cul-de-sac. So we were all kind of close-knit little bunch of friends, didn't have to go far to play. And we did like playing out in that front little cul-de-sac. And one of the things that we did like to do was hold Kool-Aid stands. So one day we had set up a Kool-Aid stand in our front yard. My mom was friends with my friend's mom, 2 doors down, and she was at that lady's house having coffee with her that day. So my friend and I had set up this Kool-Aid stand and we were getting ready and there was nobody else in the house. My dad was at work and I was hungry. So I thought, well, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna make a sandwich. So I went in the house and come in the front door, you go right through the living room, into the doorway, into the kitchen. And right in front of me is the cupboards with the sink. And on the left-hand side here as well was also cupboards. So they were like an L shape there. And this side had the stove and the fridge on the wall over there. So I was at the cupboard right here. I got out some bread. I got out my peanut butter and jelly. And I was just about to make my sandwich. And then I got this sense that there was something looking at me. And I looked down into that corner of the cupboards there on the floor. And sitting on the floor, what I describe it to be is it looked like an alien. And he was black and he had his little knees pulled up to his chest, his arms around his knees. He had these big red eyes and he was just sitting in the corner looking at me. Of course, after seeing this weird creature sitting there, I was extremely terrified. I dropped the knife, I ran out of the kitchen, outside. My mind couldn't compute what that was. And now as I think back about it, I can still vividly see it in my mind. I try to think about if it stood up, like how tall would it be? And just judging from the size, like it wasn't that big, like it was sitting there, it probably looked 2 feet tall, sitting. So maybe standing it would be maybe 4 feet tall, I don't know. But the legs were definitely skinny. The arms were super skinny, they were like sticks. The head was big and, you know, like you always see an alien's head, big, bulbous sort of thing. And the eyes were almond shaped and red. And I didn't really notice any other features. I didn't really notice a nose or a mouth really. It was the eyes that were kind of startling. Well, the whole thing was startling for sure, but the eyes really stood out. No hair. I couldn't tell you if it was wrinkly, not wrinkly, smooth, because just in the moment of shock, it's like, whoa, what is that? And I booked it out the house. Yeah, I don't know. In fact, I did quite a few years later, in thinking about it, I did draw a sketch. I did do a sketch of what it looked like. And just from my memory, obviously, because I really don't want to forget about it. Because as scary as it was, I'm curious about it. It's the unknown. It's like, why was it there? Why did I see it? And why was it sitting in my kitchen? And I can't pass it off as I was imagining things. I was 6 or 7 years old. I was outside having a Kool-Aid stand. I just went in to make a sandwich and here's this thing presents itself to me. So I don't know what that was. I've never seen it again, but I will never, ever, ever forget seeing that little alien guy sitting in the corner of the kitchen there at the cupboards. So that's my story. Again, I can't explain it. I've never seen it again. But I do have an interest in UFOs and aliens, of course, which probably stems from that. And yeah, so what are your thoughts on that? What do you think it was? Because I don't know.